Hello everyone and welcome to Shelf Space. I'm your host Ross13 and today we are taking another look at the 30-minute mission line with the Alto Flout Type Navy. And I just want to say, calling this thing Navy at the end, I understand it's the color, but it makes it a little bit confusing as to what this thing is supposed to be. Yeah, it's a flight type, but it's Navy? Does that mean it's a boat? But don't you already have an aquatic type? It's weird. But anyway, this is my newest addition to the 30-minute mission line, and like the other one, I got this one because I am going to customize it into one of the robots from my webcomic, Who Are You? But first, before we take a look at the figure, let's, as always, take a look at the box. So, we got two cool illustrations of the Alto flight type, including a illustration of like the regular Alto there, and that looks to be the Alto flight type using some other weapons and configurations. That's kind of cool looking. I'm wondering where some of that armor stuff is. But this is the main unit. We got 30-minute mission logo, Alto flight type Navy, Bandai Spirits blue logo, Bandai Spirits 2019. On this side, we have some painted illustrations of what everything looks like, as well as little descriptors of what all it can do, basically going over all the different configuration stuff you can do and the posability, and that you can make a regular blue Alto. On this side, you got the number 15, Alto flight type Navy, the same illustration as before, blue Bandai logo. On this side, we have more information about the 30-minute mission line, as well as some of the extra stuff that you can get for your figures. I don't have any of that stuff, though, so don't worry about that. A bunch of stuff in Japanese. The barcode thing with the numbers centered. Yay! On this side, same as the other, except we got a Bluefin sticker. And that is the box. So let's take a look at the actual figure. And here we are. And I gotta say, I am digging this look. He's very angular, and this flight backpack is just completely insane in all the right ways, at least for me. It reminds me a lot of the flight packs from the Gundam Seed universe, which at least mecha design wise, I've always kind of appreciated. Only problem right now is just this guy is so dark, it feels like a lot of the details are not coming up in the video. I have all my lights pointed on this guy, and it feels like it's absorbing every ounce of light. You can barely make out that he's got a green face visor in there. But yeah, overall, this kit is pretty cool. It uses the same sort of HG Leo style construction. I think I heard people refer to it as like fine construction method or something like that as the others, which is excellent if you want to do customization, which is my plan on this guy. But let's go ahead and do a quick rundown on articulation, starting with the head. Okay, I went ahead and removed the backpack so it wouldn't interfere with anything. As you can see, the head has a really cool big visor thing sticking out of it. Reminds me a lot of Darkhawk, if you guys remember that comic from the 90s. You could also see that his chest has this cool nose cone thing sticking out of the front of it. Really makes it look like it turns into a jet or something, right? Also got a little bit of ears going on here. You can just barely see that green visor. You just got to have the light shining into it just right. Articulation wise, he's got a ball joint at the top, which allows for some nice expression and movement. And then the bottom of the neck, it has a hinge joint, which allows for a little bit of turkey neck in and looking straight up. And this is pretty good. I think it works well for a flight type like this. The shoulders are on your standard sort of HG butterfly joint. You can just barely see it there. And allows for some rotation here because there's a ball socket joint in there. The armor is on a little C-clip and can move a little bit. And then you have your bicep joint here, which allows for rotation. but it is very, very tight, particularly out of the box. I had to do a lot of sanding on mine in order to get it to look, in order to get it to not feel like it was going to snap right off. The elbow has a single joint, but still not too bad. And the wrist is a standard ball socket joint that can pop off for easy hand replacement, provided you have replacement hands. This kit doesn't. You can also see that he is covered in ports everywhere. The torso itself has a bit of a ab crunch, though I feel like it doesn't give a whole lot to it. I'd rather give me a little bit of a movement backwards, but you get what you get. And then you do have rotation like so. His hips are pretty interesting. They have that sort of drop-down engineering that you don't really see very much outside of master grade kits, so that's pretty cool. And so you got peg that goes into there, and then some jointing here to basically create a nice universal joint, plus you have that drop-down, so you get quite a bit of movement there. So you get a very decent chorus line, I think Shoki Review calls it. Then you get a double jointed knee, which gives you really nice spin. And I love how they have the armor connected to the kneecap here to give a bit of sort of a parts reveal feel. Kicking back, you can go all the way. You can even have him kick his head. And particularly since there is no side armor here, you got a very good Jean-Claude Van Damme. Come on. There we go. Oh, caused part of my armor to pop off there. There we go. He is using one of the... oh, nearly knocked the camera over there. One of the new leg parts for this thing. So he's covered in like jet fins and stuff like that. And the feet are pretty interesting on this too. And you still have some pretty decent articulation here. You got a C-clip into the leg for nice movement there, and a ball socket joint for your ankle bend. So combine that all together, you get a really nice range of movement. Let's zoom back a little bit, get him into some poses. And just looks really cool. I dig this kit and I dig this line. Now, these feet do make him a little bit unstable just because you're kind of having to balance on these little pads. And when you attach the backpack, which you got 2 ports here, 2 here, so you just connect them like so, he can get a little back heavy. But still, it's a very good look, I think. And you can even do a whole bunch of stuff with the backpack. So like if you want, you can fold these wings down and rotate them around and stuff. Create a standby mode or something. If you want, you can actually take these off and where's the piece? You can attach a handle on it so you can actually hold it like a real beam rifle. There are near endless possibilities with this and the other 30-minute missions kits. And I think that is a big part of this thing's charm. Oh, you also have these boosters over here, which can have other uses. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get into that once I get him settled down. So, like the other one, the Alto brown ground type, you have all sorts of extra and leftover parts, including a little gray Roy there. But with this, that also means that you can configure him in different ways. So one of the ways that it's suggested is you can take these boosters off. You can remove this hinge here, which just connects via C-clip, like so. Then you can pull this part off and this part off and disconnect those. Oh, disconnected too much. And then you connect this here and this here. Put these back where they were. Make sure you do it right side up. And now he has no feet per se, though you can actually get him to kind of land. But now he has basically booster feet for like extra speed. They also show that you can take these and put them here like little leg shield things. It actually reminds me of the flight type of the Greys from IBO. And voila. You also have the parts for the regular Alto if you want to use them. I'm not going to. In fact, I am going to probably just keep this guy with legs like this, because getting him like this makes me really think of Blue from my webcomic. In fact, let me go ahead and show you what I'm planning on doing with this guy. So let's take this backpack off. We're going to detach the wings and the guns. Then we're going to attach them to these hard points, like so. Next, we are going to attach his wings to his forearms, right there. Let me see if I can zoom out any more. Nope. Okay. And then this one to this one. And take these off because I don't really need them. And then like this is pretty much how I first showed off Blue arriving in my comic. Wings spread out, coming down from on high. And just like in the comic, I can rotate the wings around along with the weapons and have him with his wings folded up. I mean, this guy feels like he was made to be my character, and that's why he is going to be one of my next customs. Heck, I still have the base from the Jupiter Gundam that I'm not really using, so I'm going to be using it for this guy. He just connects right on there because he's got the peg. So yeah, I am super happy with this figure and would highly recommend it to anybody who likes interesting builds, likes quick and easy builds, or just wants something that has just so much possibility for customization. Anyway, that's been a review. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. Check the description below for links to my storefront where you can get official shelf space t-shirts and more. And yeah, I'll see you the next time you invade my shelf space.